What's up, everybody? This is Gamer Guide coming at you with our first ever video blog. Very exciting. My name is AJ, your friendly neighborhood gamer, or Remyag, I guess, since it's gonna be backwards for me. Today's video blog is doing things a little different than what we normally do here at Gamer Guide. Rather than reviewing video games, we're going to be reviewing some video game websites for games set to be released in the future. I decided to do this because I believe that video game websites are highly underutilized and underrated when it comes to getting information about a game, or straight up just getting pumped. While Game Informer is great, and there's nothing wrong with Googling information about a game that's coming out, nothing gets you quite as excited as going to the website itself and seeing some of the bits and just awesome jewels that developers have put together to get fans ready for the game. So we're going to be looking at 3 different games today. Diablo 3, continuation to the Diablo franchise, Dragon Age 2, continuation to the Dragon Age franchise, and Star Wars The Old Republic, which is just a spin-off of game for Xbox, Knights of the Old Republic, except it's an MMORPG for PC. So we're not going to so much be reviewing the games so much as just the websites and kind of showing what each website has to offer. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is our first video blog, so bear with me. There's probably going to be some technical difficulties. So diving right into it, we're going to go to Diablo 3. Pretty simple, just www.diablo3.com takes you right to the page. Instantly, you see it looks pretty. We've got some Tyrael action going on with some animation in his wings. Love it. Scrolling down a little bit, you'll see it's got the last 3 updates made to the website, last 3, I guess, additions to information about the game. You'll see 2 of them right now, if you go, I guess, in a timely manner since this video was made. Are the Dragon Hunter, or Demon Hunter, I'm sorry. This is because the Demon Hunter was just announced at BlizzCon 2010 as the 5th and final playable class for Diablo. Also got some screenshots and some artwork going on, pretty self-explanatory. Going on this menu bar we've got right here, we can look at character class. Highly recommend doing this because it's awesome. When you click on it, you'll see instantly that you've got all the characters, for the playable characters for the game are going to be standing there for you. And each of them are going to be in their 3D rendered self. So this is how they look in the game. This is how they look right now. You can see what they do, their kind of actions that they take when they're standing still. It's fantastic. I love that they did this, and I think it's awesome. Going through, we're just going to click on the Witch Doctor here briefly. Seeing you can choose to look at his 3D rendered self as a male or a female. And then the information about him. One thing that's actually pretty cool about the website is all the information about the different characters or the lore or the monsters you fight or the locations in the game are all written by this fictional scholar and historian named Abd al-Hazir, who is, I mean, I haven't met him in my travelings through the Diablo universe. Maybe you have. I'm pretty sure that Blizzard just made him up so that they can do this for Diablo 3, which is cool. I mean, will we ever see Mr. Hazir? Who knows? We might not. But it's kind of awesome that they've created this character just to add some continuity to the website, to give it this flow of, okay, you're reading through this guy's diaries and journal entries. So if we go to click on the world, this is kind of where it has most of the information for you. Scrolling down, you can click on a map of Sanctuary, which is the planet, I guess, or realm, world, maybe, that the Diablo series takes place in. You've got your classes, your environments, your lore. Tapping on this real quick, I recommend taking a look. There's the Diablo timeline, which goes to you through all the events from the war between the High Heavens and the Burning Hells all the way to now. And then you've got Deckard Cain's journal, which they've spent a lot of time on. It's narrated by the voice actor who does Deckard Cain in the games. And it's just, I mean, his journal. It's fantastic. I mean, my hat is off to you, Blizzard, for doing that. It just adds all that much more nirvana to any nerds looking at it. I mean, ultimately, it's just the ultimate time waster. If you have nothing to do and you just want to just get your jollies off on looking at a game and getting all the information you can on a game, that is the thing to do for it. So continuing then, we've got the media tab. Looking at that, obviously you've got your wallpaper, some mobile stuff, ringtones and backgrounds, and then you've got your movies. Personally, I get psyched about movies. I think it's fantastic. If you've got your trailers, you kind of get to see what developers want the game to be like. I mean, obviously the game can't look like that all the time. They can't come across with that amazing of graphics 24/7 in a game, and they can't, the cinematic feel can't always be quite to that par. But you can kind of see, hey, this is what's going on. We've set the setting for you. This is the feeling we want you to have when you play the game. Enjoy. I also really like the gameplay videos, and Diablo 3 has done a great job of including those. Each of the character classes has gameplay videos for some of their moves, not all of them, of course. Don't want to give everything away. And then you get to see kind of just each class going through the game, doing its thing. There is a 20-minute gameplay video that features the barbarian, the monk, and the the barbarian and the witch doctor. That's cool. That's an awesome time waster. I've seen that probably 5 or 6 times, and I love it. Probably gonna watch it when I'm done making this video. So I highly recommend going and checking out all the movies they have on their media page, and then also skimming through the character classes, the world. Honestly, you can waste hours just doing that. Continuing on here, so that was Diablo 3. We are going to go into Dragon Age 2 by BioWare. Now, this is pretty simple, just www.dragonage.com, and that takes you right to the site. So looking at it, we've got our great red dragon who, spoiler alert, I believe is Flemeth, the Witch of the Wilds. So, scrolling down, we've got Hawk, who we know is going to be the protagonist of the game. Right away, you can watch the trailer. You can you can pre-order the game. You can follow him on Twitter or go on Facebook. As far as updates go, looking at it, you'll see that almost daily they update this site, which is pretty cool. A lot of the updates are, I don't want to say trivial, but not that awesome. I guess it's just stuff here and there. Hey, we've added this to the game. Hey, there's this. It for some reason there's just some part of it that doesn't get me quite as excited as the Diablo stuff does, which is funny because I consider myself a greater Dragon Age fan than Diablo, but that's just a little information about me, I guess. So scrolling up to the top here, we're gonna click on World. This is much like Diablo. You can kind of take a look at the environment, the classes in the game, the characters, and the creatures that you fight. There aren't a whole lot of entries, which doesn't have me worried. I know the game's going to be great, but it just doesn't, as far as a time waster goes, Dragon Age doesn't quite have that time wasting aspect. That's okay. They've definitely more than compensated for that. If you go to the gallery, you can take a look at some screenshots, which again, there's not very many, and concept art, not a whole lot. You can breeze through that pretty quick. But where the good stuff lies is in the videos. The videos for the game are pretty awesome. You've got your I guess, trailer for the game, the Destiny trailer, and that's pretty cool. It shows Hawk facing off against a Canary, and it is nothing short of blissful for any geek out there. It's just fantastic. One thing that the main reason that I included Dragon Age in this review is they've done a really neat thing is rather than so much focus on their website, which they've done a good job of. I mean, it's more than I could ever do, but they've made a Facebook game for Dragon Age called Dragon Age Legends. Right now, the beta testing is going on. I have beta tested the game, and I can tell you it's a great time waster. Like any Facebook game, you can really only play it for about 15 minutes every 8 hours or so. But it is, I mean, it's great. You can equip your guy, you can choose, your different classes. You can play with friends. Since it's a closed beta right now, I don't know anyone else is on it. So I haven't really had a chance to branch out, of course, and play with friends, but it seems like that would be kind of fun to do. Um, you can build your castle, you can craft items. I mean, it's like Dragon Age, but for Facebook. It's fantastic. I definitely recommend giving it a look. See the open or when the closed beta goes away and it comes out to everyone. Another cool thing with that is those who progress far enough in the game and get enough points in it or earn enough credits, I suppose, will be able to get items that they can then download for Dragon Age 2. So you play the game, you waste some time while you're at work or when you're hungover, who knows? And then when you're done, I mean, you're actually earning things, I guess, virtual material items that you can use in the game. So that is fantastic. Um, my hat is off to Blizzard for making the website as awesome as it is and having the gameplay videos. My hat is off to Dragon Age 2 for having that in there, having the Facebook game. Fantastic. Keep up the good work, boys. Last but not least, we are going to look at Star Wars The Old Republic. This website is pretty simple. It's just swtor.com for Star Wars The Old Republic. It's an acronym. So looking at the website, pretty self-explanatory. You've got your game info, your news and updates, and your media. So clicking on game info, we're going to look at the HoloNet. This is where it really gets sweet. They've put a lot of time into it. I mean, Blizzard put a lot of time into making their website look cool. Dragon Age put a lot of time into the Facebook game, but Star Wars The Old Republic has put so much time into the HoloNet. This covers classes in the game, planets, inhabitants, spaceships, alliances, timelines, biographies, and then it has even some extra entries or categories of entries that they haven't even released yet, that they're still working on. It's just expansive. The planets, there's just glancing at a glancer, it looks like there's over 15. It's just crazy. I mean, way to go, Star Wars The Old Republic. Way to go, BioWare, for doing this. A lot of hard work was put into this, and it looks really good. One of my favorite things is the timeline. If we look at the timeline for the HoloNet, what it does is it's narrated by a supposed Jedi Master that I personally have never seen before, but supposedly he narrates the page here and just talks about different events that have transpired in the, I guess, Star Wars universe gearing up to this point. It goes backwards in the timeline, so there's that. You start at the front, kind of work your way back. But, I mean, as far as time wasters go, there's not a better one. It's fantastic. I mean, if you have audio on your computer, which I hope so, it's really cool to do and to just kind of take a look at. Looking at the media here, Star Wars has a couple different nicely done CGI cinematics. There's the Battle for Alderaan, which is titled Hope, I believe, and then there's the Deceived trailer. Both have a different feel. One, the bad guys are winning. One, the good guys are winning. But both really set the stage for, okay, there's all-out war in the galaxy, and crap is going down. So I do highly recommend taking a look at the trailers. Screenshots, they're okay. I mean, it's always good to look at screenshots, get a feel for them. I think sometimes screenshots can be a little skewed. You know, they can kind of choose what angle they put the screenshots at and whatnot. Concept art is pretty cool. You'll get to see that it's so much more than just Jedi robes and blaster pistols and blaster rifles. You know, it's much more than that. They've really amped up and they've really delved into that aspect of the game. So that was our review. Thanks for tuning in to the first ever video blog. This is AJ signing off for Gamer Guide. Before I go, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube page, follow us on Twitter, and keep an eye out for our Facebook page coming soon.